April 21st. April 21st. April 21st. So I had a little scare yesterday. I panicked a little bit, just a little bit. Because someone from the college called me and asked me to call them back. And I panicked because I thought, oh snap, I was supposed to go get a TB test looked at. But I actually ended up getting it waived when I arrived on Monday, so I wasn't going to have to come back yesterday. But they called in the morning, so I was like, oh snap, maybe, you know, it was someone else and they didn't see me show up for the appointment that I had scheduled. And so I in my head I was just like, oh, I need to call back, right? I need to call back. And not, so I called, and it was just so busy, hectic busy, just trying to, I found out that I have another presentation, like just trying to like navigate and balance all the responsibilities and the stuff that I hadn't done. And like there was just a lot that I was trying to get done. I was falling behind. I'm finally done with the notes from the previous week, but now I need to just continue with the flow, right? Keep myself balanced. And so I called back, and idiot me didn't realize, like, I just, after I had done it, I called back, left my message and my phone number, like, please call me back, realizing, like, idiot, why would you give your number and your name on a voice message that isn't even for the school? And then I listened to the voice message again, and it wasn't directed towards me. It was just a general one. So I freaked out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just gave my contact information to a complete stranger. So I panicked. I panicked. And I think I panicked too because the video that's coming up to post this weekend is about that person that's following me, and the dream that I had about that. And I'm a little nervous about that dream posting. I'm trying not to be nervous because I already know my future is, so I know I'm okay. But still, right? Like, you know, I have to admit, you know, that, you know, I'm on my own out here, right? I have to be mindful, be protected. And so after I did that yesterday, I freaked out. I was like, oh, idiot, like, what did you do? And coincidentally, that's been a theme. That's been a theme in some of my close conversations with a few people about this identity protection for myself, and realizing, like, I really need to be careful about that in terms of what comes up when I Google my name and stuff like that. And so it's been this theme of, you know, making sure I'm smart about, you know, I'm just being smart. So that really, you know, did some fire under me. I'm like, I need to get protection. So anyways, I called AAA, opened up a new account for myself, and I'm gonna get that taken care of to make sure that none of my information is available. The other way was to call each particular place, read La doctora gave me some good advice, but I'm just like, I'm too busy to go through each website and look at their policy. I just need someone to just do it for me. I don't care if I have to pay for it. So that's where I'm at. So I finally got that taken care of this morning. So I feel a lot better. But there was a little anxious Yubi, right? About the incident that happened yesterday, the phone call. The dream that's coming up in a few days to post, right, of being followed, and then the conversations over the past week about safety. Like, it's just been a theme, right? I'm listening to the signs. So there's that. think I might have made a comment that I had that dream, right, where the universe was calling me out as to why I would propose a transactional interaction with this new person. And so I left them a message apologizing. I'm like, that's not what I meant, I'm sorry. The universe is calling me out, right? And that I like how things are, nothing has to change. Like I'm not wanting to change him. I mean, I know I saw that vision of him, but like I said, like he doesn't have to do anything. Like I like him for who he is, really. And I appreciated his response, his brief response. And he acknowledged, he's like, I'm gonna listen to it again because there's a lot here. And I even put too, like, I think my insecurities were coming out in terms of just because I tend to talk a lot, right? People tend to shut down around me when I say too much. So that kind of gosh, I guess it still bothers me. That feeling of being too much. Wow. I didn't expect that. Yeah. So I put that in the message, just, you know, it can be a little too much sometimes, pushes people away. I didn't put pushes people away, but it makes them shut down, I said. And I'd rather you tell me if I'm being too much. So he was really graceful in what he shared. He's just like, I'll let you know. He's like, don't worry, I'll let you know. And he said, I tend to talk a lot too. I'll let you know. And then I appreciated what he said. He's just like, what am I he's like, I like that you listen. I like what you share. And then he's like, what am I gonna tell you? Like, to not be who you are? Something like that, he said. And I really appreciated that. I really appreciated that I don't have to, like, you know, change if I don't want to. So anyways, in my message to him, before he responded, I put, you know, nothing needs to change. I like how it is. Where you do you, I do me. And, you know, if we meet on Sunday, we meet on Sunday. If we don't, we don't. So yeah, so that happened. And I like how he says about, like, just he didn't take it in a negative way, what I was saying, and that, you know, that a relationship, we're supposed to learn from each other and grow. And I appreciated that too. I was like, yeah, that's what I think too, you know. So it's nice to get that. But anyways, okay. Dream. It could be a junk dream. It could be a junk dream, although it could potentially. I don't know. There's a scene where I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. I mentioned I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I will admit, like a couple nights ago, I got on. If I get on social media, it's usually on Instagram. And I guess it's tied to TikTok. What's now for some people, like, so then sometimes when you click on the TikTok, you can keep scrolling through them, right? Through Instagram. So I did that because there were just some funny videos. And I got stuck. Like, it's been a while. I don't do that often. And so I was sending like some to my friend and my family, and my friend's just like, were you on the toilet or something? Because it was just like back to back to back that I was forwarding to her. Yeah, it was like at 1 o'clock in the morning. So anyway, so and I'm mentioning that because I think one of the scenes might be connected to that, but that was like a few days ago. So what I remember is that I'm in this fancy house, like it's a fancy house. It felt really fancy. And it was a white family. There was a white family. They were older. You know what it felt like? It felt like it was a president. Not our president right now, but a president. And there was this feeling like I was taking over the presidency. And I was just like waiting. And the president was like ill. Like he was ill. He was sick. But his mom's there, and his mom's pissed at me. She's pissed at me that I'm taking over. She's upset at me that I'm gonna take over the presidency, and she wants to talk to me, and so she's leading me away from where the president is. And I know like she's gonna like let me have it, right? Her views on me, because I know she, like I already knew, like I could feel it in my dream that she doesn't like the idea that I'm going to be president. So going into this room with her, and all of a sudden it shifts, and now so it's very like just snapshot-ish, like symbolic, I guess. And now it's celebrity stuff, and there's the celebrity stuff. And then there's a scene with, what's that actor, singer, Justin Bieber. And there's a scene where I'm seeing something that happened to him from his past. He was sexually, I don't know if it was molested or abused, or like he was unaware. Like there was just this feeling that he wasn't aware of what was happening. And I'm seeing this scene unfold, and the feeling that I'm getting is like he didn't know what was happening. He didn't know what was happening. And then the scene shifts to where it's him, and he's outside of this place where I initially was, just observing the celebrities, and I'm seeing him like having this realization of it, and almost like walking outside of this commercial like store. It's a store, but he's walking outside, and it's like he's looking at himself at the reflection. But there's almost like this feeling of like I didn't, like it's something from his past and he didn't know. But then I'm just like, why would I dream something like that? Like I don't follow celebrities. I don't. And then I thought, oh, maybe it's a junk dream. Why? This is why I think it's a junk dream. Because when I was doing the TikTok random, because I don't usually do that at all, one of the scroll thingies or video thingies, it was him and I guess it's his wife. I don't know. And I didn't know they had a baby. So he's holding a baby, and he's like rocking the baby to sleep or something. Like that was really quick. That's really quick. And then I saw another one of him and her at some event. I don't know. I don't watch TV or anything. But then, so here's the reason why I think it's a junk dream. Last night I went to bed reading about child sexual abuse for my class today. So it's a long ass document on it. And then yesterday I also started reading the book by Chanel Miller, Know My Name. And she's describing, like, you know, just of not knowing, right? This element of not knowing. But it's just really interesting, like, the details of this particular dream. I'm just like, maybe it's just a junk dream, you know. Even though some of it wasn't all yesterday, like the Justin Bieber image was a couple days ago. And the whole president thing, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where that came from. It should upset me. So I don't know. That was the weird dream that I had. So I don't know what that's all about. But I'm preparing the videos for this week. And it's funny because one of the videos that I'm listening, right? I'm having to re-listen again. So I mentioned that there's a process when I prepare the videos. It's me actually just, and then when I go back, I kind of listen to them to try the 11 that follow up to see if I can pick up a theme to title it, to make the connection. And then after that, when I'm getting ready to actually post it, after it's put together, I listen to it again to do a write-up. And so I had forgotten about this particular one that's scheduled to post at some point in the next week. Because I'm behind, so I'm not, like, they're not posted in advance. Like, it's literally like I only have a few days in advance. But I realized that in one of the dreams, I think it was dream interpretation. Is this one it? Yeah, it was about communication. And that I was with someone that I didn't know, and there was this element of correspondence and meeting. It was chapter 43, episode 6. That one's scheduled to post in a few days on the 25th. So this was a dream that I had back in November, and there were, again, I think 3s, but and this was a long one where I kept going back to sleep and I kept getting flashbacks of the dreams. And I talk about this element of the person who's in front of me, we're corresponding, and then it shifts to where there's mini-me's. There's mini-me's. So there was this feeling of like that my message is being spread out. And the only thing I wondered was if it had anything to do with this person right now. Because of the other dream that I had when I first met him, this feeling of like that people will listen to him, that he's going to help me. There's this feeling of like like I'd have to go back and look at that dream, but I could have sworn it was something like that too. So I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but anyway, I just want to highlight that so I don't forget. But okay, I need to get ready for my client. That's all I want to share. Hi, my name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, you know, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is, you know, great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, you know, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, you know, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and you know, we'll see what else comes next for me.